And it's been providing us with fantastic data. We're really excited about it. This willow is turquoise, Vicky's green, Maureen's red, Lobelia's purple, and Ida's blue. And this is the dry season, so there's differences in Amboseli from dry season to wet season. Now, the MBs, who are Maureen's group, they go across the border into Tanzania, in fact, quite a lot, and we worry a bit about them when they're over here. And Willow's family, the WAs, stayed right in the middle of the park during the dry season, as did Vicky. Well, she went a little tiny bit, and then Ida and Lobelia seemed to follow each other around. You know? So that was pretty much the scene. You know, they sometimes go out at night. See, Ida and Lobelia go across the boundary of the park. They go out toward this is Kilimanjaro, they go out toward Kilimanjaro at night, but then come back down in the daytime. But then here's the wet season, and you see how important the outer areas are. Vicky, she's the most, and the VAs, because we've had collars on them before, are the most amazing. I mean, look at, she goes right up, way up there to another little sanctuary up there. And sometimes she goes fast, because here this is an hour difference, these 2 points, so she's really moving. And the MBs were completely in Tanzania. They didn't go back into Kenya during the wet season, during this part, these times. And then Willow leaves and went west and went right out of the park and out this way. And Lobelia and Ida weren't in the park at all as well. They were just out. And so we see that this area is terribly important, and it's got a lot of people in it. So this is a problem area for us, because we know the elephants use it a lot, and yet it's sort of building up. We're not so worried about this area or this one, but we can see that we're going to have to do something here to try to get corridors. There is a corridor on the Tanzanian side, but not on the Kenyan side. So we have to try to do so. So it's really been so valuable to us to know where they're going and how to try to plan with our own organization plus other NGOs that are working in Amboseli, and then we can show them. It's so good. Before we could just say, well, we know they go such and such, but now we can just show on a map, look what we have to do here in these places. So we were pleased with that, and pleased with the knowledge that we were getting, and that the drought had broken, and that the poaching had gone down. But we also wanted, and I don't have pictures to show you this, but I just want to tell you that we started a new study last January on social disruption of the elephants. We got a young scientist from England, Vicky Fishlock, to start a study on how the families have responded to all those losses, particularly those families that lost their matriarchs, and some of the families lost 7 adult females. I mean, it just takes away so much, and we're trying to see, how they cope with it, who takes over, how it's done, how their reproductive success or failure will be over the next 4 or 5 years, to see how they're doing, whether they can deal with it, this is catastrophic loss for them. So we took advantage of that unfortunate event to really look at something important with the elephants. And this is the beginning of some of our information that we're getting. The drought ended in January 2010. Elephants have a 22-month gestation period. So we had to wait 2 years before we knew whether the elephants had conceived, and how long it took them to recover after the grass started growing again. And basically almost all the females were available to become pregnant. There were the few that were calves, that had calves in 2009, were probably not available, but all the ones from 2008, and that we lost, I think there was 151 calves born in 2008, only 41 survived. They really did very badly. So anyway, so all those females who lost their calves who could breed. All the females whose calves had been born in, say, 2006, 2007 could breed. And all the young females who reached sexual maturity, at 12 or 13, they could breed. So we were fairly sure we were going to have a baby boom, but we never expected it to be quite as amazing as it has been. So we had one calf born in all of 2011. It was just that I don't know how she managed, because that means she conceived in 2009 and managed to keep the calf alive, as in her pregnancy. And anyway, on October 12th, 2011, the first calf was born after the drought. That was conceived. We knew it was conceived in January of 2010. And this is Kumquat, one big female, and she was the first to give birth. And then the baby started raining out of the sky. This is the second one. This was Angelina's calf, and neither of those are Angelina. Those are allo mothers or babysitters who take care of the calves. And they were so beside themselves with excitement about these calves, because they hadn't had any calves to take care of. They probably even forgot what little calves were like. So these little 8-year-old females, who aren't mature yet, that's their job, is to take care of little calves. And they were just, so excited when the calves came, as were we. This is Begoria and her beautiful big, born that day, which was a big calf. And this is one of our most beautiful females. This is Theodora, who I write about a lot in Elephant Memories. And she's a big old female, but she's huge. She has the biggest tusks I've ever seen on a female. And she's had a little male calf. And that's Ebony, that's Echo's grandson there. Ebony's calf. And I think that's Odessa and her calf. And oh no, I know who this, no, it wasn't Odessa. This was sort of what happens to these young guys. This was Ismay and her brand new calf. And that is Ismay's older calf, who had his mother all to himself for a long time. And you can see how sort of disturbed they are. Here's this new calf, and so they get extra cuddly when they get older, especially when they're males. The females seem to accept it and get so excited, but the males, you come and lean on their mother. So you haven't forgotten me, have you? So the dynamics are fun in watching all the things that go on. Yeah. So this was Ismay, and I forgot what his name is, and that's Ebony again with her beautiful calf. And this was Odessa, and her calf. Anyway, these are just wonderful. We have had so much fun being with these families. I just wanted to share the baby pictures with you. Some families have as many as 10 calves, and it's just so delightful. It's just so renewing for us who went through that drought and watched all those calves, and those adults dying, to be able to go out and sit with a family that is so taken with these calves. Everybody's excited, and they're all trying to take care of the calves, and the calves are having so much fun. They're so playful. They're all fat and healthy because we've had good rain. This was another little calf. It was very silly. And then on top of all that, we've had 2 albino calves, and which we've never had in the 40 years of the study. I don't know what's happened. So this is, you can see he's got, his skin isn't completely white, I guess, but anyway, his hair is all white. You see his white tail hairs? That's what color it should be. The ear hair, and he's quite pink. He's very pink. It's so hard to see his eye, but we don't really quite know what color the eye is yet. So first, there he is. He's very healthy. He was born and he's about 4 months old now. He doesn't seem to be having any trouble. And the other one lives way out on the western side. We've only seen him once or twice and haven't been able to get a picture. But this was great excitement. We'd never had an albino calf before. And this is the oldest female in the pot. The only one of the few who didn't die. She's about 64 herself, and she stopped breeding several years ago, and maybe that's one of the reasons she survived, is because she didn't have to produce any milk. Anyway, she's with her granddaughter here. So everybody takes care of the calves. And there's another aloe mother taking care of her. It's not her calf she's taking care of. And it's all reassurance and touching. And here, the female on the left is Poppy, and that's her calf, but that's Poppy's younger sister getting all worried because the calf's falling into this water hole. And here's another one reaching back to reassure. That's another aloe mother. It's not its mother, reaching back with its trunk right into the mouth of the other one, or on the mouth. It's just all the behavior around these calves has been wonderful to watch. And even the youngest, this one's only about 2.5, 3 years old, but she's still already taking care of a calf. And the calves themselves are just so full of the devil. These are three calves from Echo's family, and they've just been mud wallowing. And there's 7 of them in this family, and 6 of them are male, and only 1 is a female. But they rush around together, and they just have so much fun. And that's 71, saying kwaheri, or goodbye. And also saying, please do anything you can to help us and to keep us going. That's both, and in this case I'm asking you to both support PAWS, as well as and the Oakland Zoo and the Amboseli Trust for Elephants, not just us. But that's 71 giving you a greeting. So I want to just say before I close that we do have this naming program. It is, and if you're interested, but I also have an e-newsletter these days, which goes out about once every 2 months. And if you want to be on that newsletter, and it's full of great photos and news of what's going on in Amboseli, you can sign up for it outside on a sign-up sheet. It's just all I need is your email, written very clearly, because often people write it very fast and then I can't read it. So do sign up, because it'd be nice to keep in touch with all of you. We also have a page on Facebook, which you can like. We have a group, but I'm going to discontinue that. Because the page is very nice, it's very interactive. And we also we've been posting a lot of these photos that you saw of the new calves on the Amboseli Trust site, and we sometimes have stories or articles or whatever, and people seem to be enjoying our Facebook page as well. So that's just called Amboseli Trust for Elephants page rather than group. And that's really where I'm going to end it. And I just hope to get to talk to some of you afterward. And thank you so much for showing. This has just been a great turnout of people, and I really appreciate your support and your interest in what we're doing. Thank you.